If you want to record your acoustic guitar, there are a few things you should do and a few things you should avoid. In this video, I'm going to help you get the best acoustic sound possible in just 5 simple steps. The first thing you'll need to do is set up your audio interface. If this is your first time using your interface, I'd recommend checking out the quick start guide I've created for you at audiouniversityonline.com/audio interface setup. I've put a link in the description of this video. Once you've connected your interface to your computer with the included cable, you'll need to open your DAW. This step is more or less the same in any DAW, whether it's Pro Tools, Logic, FL Studio, or whatever you're using. In Reaper, I simply click Options, then Preferences, and I set the audio hardware so that both the input and output are set to my interface. Now let's create a track in the DAW. I'll set the input of this track to be input 1 on my audio interface. Some DAWs allow you to choose between creating a stereo track and a mono track. Watch closely here because this is a very common mistake. If I set the track up for stereo, I'll only be recording to the left side. That's because there's nothing plugged in to input 2, which would feed the right side. In this case, because I'm only using one microphone, I'll create a mono track. Even if you've got an acoustic electric guitar with a built-in pickup, you'll almost certainly get a more realistic sound by placing a microphone in front of the guitar instead. We're just not used to listening to acoustic guitars with our ear inside the guitar itself. Take a listen to the difference. You should be able to get a professional sounding recording with any microphone you currently have access to. In this video, I'll be using a small diaphragm condenser mic called the Shure SM81, but you can get great sounding acoustic guitar recordings with dynamic microphones too. If you're a beginner or you're working on a budget, I'd recommend starting with either the Shure SM58 or the Shure SM57. Each of them are about $100. Go ahead and place your microphone on a stand and connect it to input 1 on your audio interface. In order to see levels, you'll probably need to click the record arm button on the track. Be sure that the speakers are turned all the way down, otherwise you'll get a feedback loop where the sound from the speaker is captured by the microphone and sent back to the speaker, and you do not want that. A good starting point for your microphone is about 1 foot away from the guitar, pointed toward the spot where the neck meets the body. As you play the guitar, adjust the input gain knob on your interface until the meter on the screen averages around -18 dBFS. Under no circumstances should the level exceed 0 dBFS. That will cause clipping, which sounds terrible. I usually like to see the peaks somewhere around -12 dB full scale to ensure I've got plenty of headroom before clipping. Once you've got the microphone on the guitar, you've got the mic connected to the audio interface, and you're seeing good levels on the input meter in your DAW, make a test recording. If you're anything like me, you're probably excited to get started recording your song, but I urge you to make a test recording, listen critically, and then make adjustments to get the sound you're looking for. Moving the mic closer to the guitar will give you a closer sounding recording with more bass. Moving the mic further from the guitar will give you a more open and natural sound. Pointing the microphone directly toward the sound hole will add more bass, but it will often sound boomy in your final mix. Pointing the mic toward the frets will give you a thinner, more detailed sound. The trick to a professional recording is listening and making adjustments from the beginning. Trust me, you'll be glad that you spent the bit of extra time now rather than spending hours trying to fix mistakes with EQ later. The way you mix your acoustic guitar will depend entirely on the genre and the role the guitar plays in your recording. But here are a few starting points if you're a beginner. I'll go ahead and use a high-pass filter at around 80 Hz to clean up the low rumbling frequencies a bit. If your guitar sounds muddy, try using subtractive EQ in the low mids, or perhaps a subtle boost to the high frequencies with a high shelf. I also want to add a little bit of reverb to give the guitar some life, as if it's being recorded in a nice sounding room. These are good starting points if you're a beginner, but I really encourage you to do your own experimentation and listening. There's no one size fits all when it comes to mixing. There's only one rule. If it sounds good, it is good. If you got value out of this video, hit the like button and watch one of the videos that's on your screen to learn more about recording.